Hello and welcome to the Change Your Life with Affirmations Challenge. Congratulations for showing up for this challenge. Well done for listening to your inner ding, that spiritual guidance mechanism that helps you to make positive choices for your life. Well done for saying yes to affirming your life at this time. My name is Robert Holden, and I am your host for this 5-day challenge. And I am the co-author of Life Loves You, 7 Spiritual Practices to Heal Your Life. This is the book that I co-wrote with our beloved Louise Hay. I'm also the creator of the Life Loves You card deck, which I created with Louise Hay, and also my wife Holden, who designed the cards. And I have also compiled, edited, and wrote the foreword for Trust Life, Love Yourself Every Day with Wisdom from Louise Hay. And this features 365 daily affirmations and also excerpts from Louise's greatest work. So here we are, and I want to tell you that we've had nearly 150,000 signups for this challenge. So we are in very good company. We're joined by people from all over the world who are saying yes to this very important inner work. Each day, we're going to focus on a specific theme, and today's theme is finding greater self-esteem. Where will you find this? Well, you're going to find it right where you are, and you'll find it right here in the lessons, the practices, the meditations that we have assembled for you in this 5-day challenge. And today's offering includes a lesson from Louise Hay on the power of your spoken word. We also have a feature which is 4 steps to turn your limiting beliefs into liberating beliefs with Koya Webb. And we have a positive affirmations meditation by the host of the Law of Positivism podcast, Shireen Oberg. Now, all of this is available in the Hay House Unlimited Audio app, and it's free for the next 30 days. I'm a subscriber to the map. It's here on my front page on my phone. I love this app, and I hope you're already signed up to it. So let's begin. And when I was thinking about how I'd like to begin the challenge, I started to reminisce a lot about my time with Louise. And I'm going to begin actually by sharing a story that I've written up in Life Loves You. And it's at the beginning of chapter 2, which is called Affirming Your Life. And in this little story, I'm really talking about the time that my children, Bo, my daughter Bo, and my son Christopher, got to hang out with Louise. They were very good friends with Louise. My children, Bo and Christopher, love Louise Hay, and I know she feels the same way about them. It's interesting watching them together. Louise doesn't dote. She doesn't do tickles. She doesn't play games. She doesn't treat Bo, who is 6 years old. She treats Bo, who is 6 years old, not as a big girl or as a good girl, but as a real girl. Christopher, who is 3 years old, is a real boy. And Louise is no age at all. And that's that. And it's all perfectly natural. The way they are together reminds me of Mary Poppins with Jane and Michael. The first time Christopher met Louise, he ran right up to her and shouted, "Would you like to see my teeth?" Louise considered his proposal for a moment and said, "Yes, I would." Christopher then looked up and grinned. "Thank you," said Louise. "That's okay," said Christopher. He hadn't done that with anybody before and hasn't repeated it since. Later on, I asked Louise about the significance of teeth. In her matter-of-fact way, she said, teeth are about making good decisions. He was simply telling me that he knows his own mind and that he is capable of making good decisions. Now, for Bo, the first bracelet Bo made, she gave to Louise. She chose the glass and the ceramic beads herself and was most insistent that this was to be a present for Louise. And indeed it was. Back home in London, one of our breakfast rituals is sharing the daily affirmation from Louise's I Can Do It calendar. And one day, Bo and I were talking about Louise, and Bo was asking me lots and lots of questions about Louise. And I asked Bo, I said, why do you like Louise Hay so much? And Bo thought for a moment, then smiled, and she said, I like the way she thinks. I like the way she thinks. Me too, me too. Louise changed her life by changing her thoughts. And it was because she was able to change her thoughts that she was able to change her life. She learned that the world is not just a physical place, it is also a state of mind. She understood that we don't really experience the world, we experience our thoughts about the world. You know, the running commentary in our head, the incessant chatter, the talk show, or the talk radio show, if you like, that we have inside our head that's full of thoughts and judgments and fears and doubts and opinions. When we change our thoughts about ourselves, we change our life. When we change our thoughts about each other, we change our experience of each other. When we change our thoughts about our life, we create a new life. One of Louise's favorite affirmations was simply, I change my life when I change my thinking. So Louise encouraged us to examine our thoughts and indeed to cultivate a relationships to our thoughts. And she helped us to understand that really we can choose our thoughts. She used to say, think thoughts that work for you. And she would say that over and over again. Louise taught the world how to think. And she certainly helped to teach me that. She said, the only thing that we're ever dealing with is a thought, and a thought can be changed. He said, no matter what the problem is, our experiences are just outer effects of inner thoughts. Even self-hatred is only a thought you have about yourself. Louise taught us that really the quality of our thinking determines the quality of our life. She said, let us choose to think thoughts that nourish and support us. So with this in mind, let's do our first exercise. And our first exercise today is to pick a card from the Power Thought card deck. And I'm going to use this deck in particular because this is the Keepsake edition, which has the deck inside. Also this wonderful card holder, which I'll use in a moment, and also a Life Loves You mirror. And I'm going to use that later on in the challenge for sure. So inside here are the cards. That's good. Now I'm just going to give the cards a little shuffle. And as I shuffle the cards, when I shuffle the cards, I always just like to say to myself, thank you for helping me to pick the perfect card for today. So that's all I do. I just thank you for helping me pick the perfect card today. And I always know it's going to be the perfect card when I do that. So here we go. This is the card that I've picked. All right. The point of power is always in the present moment. I wonder if you can see that. I hope you can see that. The point of power is always in the present moment. The past is over and done and has no power over me. I can begin to be free in this moment. Today's thoughts create my future. I am in charge, and I now take my own power back. I am safe and I am free. Okay, I really love that we have this card to begin with. The point of power is always in the present moment. Yeah, this is like the perfect card for us beginning our 5-day challenge. Every now is an invitation to a new beginning. Every now is a chance for us to make peace with the past. Every now is an opportunity for us to create a different future. We can forget that sometimes, can't we? You know, we can be so busy with our lives, so manic, so hyperactive, so caught up in the drama of the day that we don't always see the invitation that exists inside every now. And yet, I do believe that when we slow down and really pay attention to our lives, we see that there is an invitation inside every now that will help us, if we accept it, to be more ourselves, to be happier and to be freer and to live the life that we truly want to live. So this is our first affirmation for our journey together. The point of power is always in the present moment. And that also tells me that, you know, it doesn't matter what's happened in our past. If we can make peace with our past, if we can honor our past, then we are free to step into the present moment and make the choices we want to make in order to create a future that we would like to live in. Louise always said that you don't really create the future in the future. You create the future in the present. And that's another reason why the point of power is always in the present moment. Okay, so this is our card, and I'm just going to put it into the card holder like that. And I love this card holder, by the way, because, you know, when you pick a card, I want to see that card for the rest of the day. So this card now is going to sit here on my desk, and it'll be a reminder to make sure that I tune into the present moment every now and then throughout the rest of the day, and that I don't get too busy for my life. All right, so affirmations. Let's take a moment just to look at affirmations, because after all, this is our affirmation challenge. Louise was quite rightly known as the queen of affirmations. Louise had beautiful affirmations all around her home, on her bathroom mirror, or by her wardrobe, or by a light switch in every room, or the refrigerator door, or next to her computer, or on her car dashboard. And sometimes she'd even write an affirmation on her hand. The remarkable thing for me about Louise was that she didn't just say her affirmations, she really lived the affirmations. So she didn't just say an affirmation at the beginning of the day and then get on with her life. She would say the affirmation, but then set it up really as a meditation for the day and as a spiritual practice for the day. So she took the affirmation with her into her day. The metaphor that Louise liked to use when it came to affirmations, or to explaining what affirmations really are, is that she liked to say that affirmations are really like seeds. And this is what she had to say about affirmations. She says, when you first say an affirmation, it may not seem true, but remember, affirmations are like planting seeds in the ground. When you put a seed in the ground, you don't get a full-grown plant the next day. We need to be patient during the growing season. As you continue to say the affirmation, either you'll be ready to release whatever you don't want, and the affirmation will become true, or it will open a new avenue to you. So think of the affirmations that we're going to explore together on these 5 days as seeds that you plant. What I would say is that an affirmation is really a statement of truth. And that fundamentally, when we affirm the truth about ourselves and when we affirm the truth about our life, it helps to guide our thinking in such a way that we become more aligned with a psychology that is based on love rather than on fear. So let's pick another card. And this time I'm going to pick a card from the Life Loves You card deck. So this is the card deck that Louise and I created together with designs from my wife, Holly Holden. Louise put all of these cards up and just up on the walls everywhere around her home. She really loved this deck. So again, I'm just shuffling the cards, and I just know that I will get the card that's best for all of us for this challenge. And I'll just say thank you very much for giving us the card that's perfect for our challenge today. And let's see what we get. And here it comes. Okay, so the card for today is, wow, okay. Oh, all right, this couldn't be more perfect. Remember, we're going to focus on self-esteem today. So the card that I've got is I Am Love. And, there's a little guest appearance there from a young beau. And on the back, this is what the card says. Be the presence of love. Let the spirit of love flow through you today. Be the presence of love and let the spirit of love flow through you. I am love. Wow, this really takes us to perhaps the deepest place we can go, really, when we look at self-esteem and in particular at self-love, which is it's the recognition that love isn't just an emotion. Love isn't just a feeling, and love isn't just an idea, and love isn't even just a state of mind. Actually, love is much more profound than that. Love is our true nature. The reason that we want to love and be loved is because we want an experience of our true nature. So love is the essence, if you like, of who we are. You could say it's our original energy. It's the original imprint of what we are. This is why love's so meaningful. And this is why we know love is the great thing, and why love is the great muse, and why love is really like the whole point of everything, and why ultimately love will save us and save the world, because it is that profound. And if we do want to experience greater love and greater self-esteem, really to begin with this affirmation, I am love, like I am made of love, that is really, really powerful. So why not, let's just say that together 3 times. Okay, so I am love, and take a deep breath. Just let that settle into your body and see if you can let those words just affect your nervous system in a really lovely way. I am love. And let's say it again. And now this time, let's see if you might want to put your hand over your heart. I am love. And see if you can really feel these words. I am love. Because they're not just words. They're pointing to the deepest truth about who we really are. I am love. A nice deep breath. And then one more time. And this time, let's see if we can allow these words just to light up our mind so we get a feeling for this. I am love. I am love. And the work today with this particular card is to be willing to be the presence for love, to be an instrument for love, and simply just to allow love to flow through you today, because this is your true nature. Wow. Well, that's a great start right there. We're not working with love now as like deserving love or finding love, nothing like that. We're starting with love is our true nature. It's who we are. And that is a great place to start for our challenge today. All right. So I want to tell you about Louise's first affirmation. And this was the affirmation that really got her going on her path. And I wrote about this in Life Loves You. And in Life Loves You, she says this. She says, "One day I decided to try a little exercise. I looked in the mirror and I said to myself, I am beautiful and everybody loves me. I am beautiful and everybody loves me." Louise said, "Of course, I didn't believe it at first, but I was patient with myself and it soon felt easier. And then for the rest of the day, I said to myself wherever I went, I am beautiful and everybody loves me." This put a smile on my face, and it was amazing how people reacted to me. Everybody was so kind. That day, I experienced a miracle of self-love. Now, remember how I said that like affirmations are a statement of truth? And this affirmation is a statement of truth at the deepest level. I am beautiful. Everybody is beautiful. The moment you stop judging yourself, the more you'll see just how beautiful you are. In fact, you'll see that when you stop judging yourself, you will find that you are in the presence of an angel, and that angel is you. I am beautiful and everybody loves me. This is also true because deep down, I really believe that we all do love each other. It's just that we get caught up in dramas, and some of them very serious and very painful and very hurtful. But nonetheless, the love is always the love. And that love, which is our true nature, is also what connects all of us together. And that's why this is a great statement of truth. I am beautiful and everybody loves me. So one of Louise's biggest teachings was that she would always say that when people come to me with a problem, she'd say, I don't care what it is. I don't care if it's poor health or lack of money or unfulfilling relationships or stifled creativity. She'd say, there's only one thing that I ever want to work on, and that is helping people to love themselves. Louise felt that if we really make any progress with loving ourselves, it's going to actually improve every area of our life. And she also said that loving ourselves is the prescription for world peace. In her book, The Power Within You, she said, I know I say this over and over again, loving yourself is the most important thing you can do, because when you love yourself, you're not going to hurt yourself or anyone else. It's the prescription for world peace. How about that? Loving yourself is the prescription for world peace. So right there, we have a good reason to be doing this affirmation challenge and to be focusing on our self-esteem to begin with. The more we love ourselves, the more we make it easier for others to love us too. Why? Because it's all the same love. And the more we love ourselves, the more we love our loved ones unconditionally, because it's all the same love. And the more we love ourselves, the more we experience how much life loves us. Why? Because it's all the same love. And the more we love ourselves, the more we're going to fall in love with everyone, and the more we're going to love the world, and the more we're going to love our life, because it's all the same love. Now, Louise liked to say that, the point of power is in the present moment. And she also said that if you're not willing to love yourself today, you're not going to love yourself tomorrow, because whatever excuse you have today, you'll still have tomorrow. So one of the most important things I think we can do in our life really is to say, I'm going to make today the day when I am willing to love myself even more than yesterday. And I like to say that, you know, the reason you won't love yourself is the reason to love yourself. So the reason you won't love yourself is the reason to love yourself. Why? Because, you know, ultimately, you know, love is unconditional, and self-love is the willingness to love yourself all through your life and through everything that you've, you know, that you've gone through. So love is truly unconditional. All right, I'm going to pick another card from the Power Thought card deck as well. So I'm going to pick another one right now, and let's see where we get to this time. So once again, just a good shuffle. I sometimes like to put these in a bowl as well. I have a lovely little sort of Tibetan bowl over there on the other side of the room where I have some of these cards. And it's just nice to pick cards from that bowl as well. Okay, thank you for giving us the perfect card for today. Oh my goodness. All right. Well, you can't make this up. And I promise you that came straight out. I am beautiful and everybody loves me. How cool is that? I am beautiful and everybody loves me. I radiate acceptance and I am deeply loved by others. Love surrounds me and protects me. Love surrounds me and protects me. That's true. And when you affirm this, love surrounds me and protects me, initially you might not notice any difference whatsoever, but I promise you this, your perception will orientate itself towards the affirmation you hold to be most true. And so you will find that life is always surrounding you with love and always trying to protect you and guide you with love. And if you are open to the love, it will guide you and protect you along the way. All right, I'm astonished that we picked that card. I shouldn't be astonished because I did say, please give us the card that would be most perfect for today. This is a great affirmation, I have to say. I think it's absolutely beautiful. I am beautiful and everybody loves me. Okay, so as we come to the end of our first class together, our first day together, I just wanted to really share with you the affirmation that really inspired, of course, this book that I wrote with Louise Hay. The first time I met Louise in person was backstage at an I Can Do It conference in Las Vegas. Reed Tracy, the president of Hay House, introduced us. And Louise said, welcome to the Hay House family. I remember it like it was yesterday. And she gave me this really warm hug. And Louise was due on stage in about 10 minutes to welcome the crowd. There's about 6,000 people there, and to introduce me as the first speaker of the day. And then she looked at me and she said, may I do your makeup for you? And I don't wear makeup normally, like ever. But, you know, it did occur to me that, well, what happens in Las Vegas can stay in Las Vegas. And, you know, it'd be really strange to say no to this wonderful opportunity. So I said, yes, I would love if you would do my makeup for me, Louise. So Louise worked on my face with an array of brushes and powders and creams and something glossy for my lips. And we had great fun. And I remember everyone backstage was highly amused. And when she'd finished, Louise looked me right in the eyes and then she said, life loves you. Life loves you. Yeah, just like that. Life loves you. And the way she said it, just even as I remember it now, it just really affected me, because I thought to myself, I don't think I've ever known that. Or if I have, I've not really let life love me. And maybe it would be good to start letting life love me a little bit more now than ever before. Life loves you, or life loves me, was Louise's heart thought, really. It represented her life and her work. And at her book signings, and there was often a queue a mile long, she'd sign all of her books, not just Louise Hay, but Life Loves You, Louise Hay. She signed off her emails, life loves you. At the end of a phone call or a Skype session, her favorite farewell always was, life loves you. The full affirmation is, I love life and life loves me. I love life and life loves me. Let's say that together. I love life and life loves me. If we are to cultivate greater self-esteem in our life, it helps firstly to remember that we are made of love, but also that life loves us, and that which created us loves us very much. And of course it does. It makes absolute sense that it would. And our task is to stay open to that love. And one way we can do that is to affirm, I love life and life loves me. One of Louise's favorite practices was this one. She'd say, open your arms wide and say, I am willing to let love in. It is safe to let love in. Let's do that together. Ready? I am willing to let love in. It is safe to let love in. I am willing to let love in, and it is safe to let love in. This is one of her favorite affirmations, and I love that so much. Okay, so I know we have one or two questions here, and I've got one question from Carla. The challenge I'm facing is overcoming the negative conditioning which prevents me from believing in my affirmations and being on my path to self-love. Kindly guide me on how to address this. Okay, good question, Carla. Honestly, there's really no mystery to this one. The key is to do the work, and not just to do it once or twice, but to do the work often and over again. It's to show up for a challenge like this, not just for day one, but also day 2 and day 3 and day 4 and day 5. And I promise you this, you know, the affirmations that we're looking at are the truth. They're the truth of who we are. And therefore, when we align ourselves with the truth, it will support us and help us in orientating our psychology to be more love-based and ultimately less fear-based. Now, tomorrow, we're going to be looking at overcoming fear. So we're going to look at how we can work with affirmations to manage our doubts and our judgments and our fears and our hopelessness and our pessimism and all of those thoughts that all of us are used to. Yeah, they're all part of the human condition, aren't they? So stay tuned, Carla, for tomorrow, because I promise you this, that when you do the work, you find that the work really works. So this is day 1 of our 5-day challenge. And remember that there's a lesson from Louise Hay today, the power of your spoken word. And there's also a positive affirmations meditation from Shireen Oberg, and also a practical lesson on how to turn limiting beliefs into liberating beliefs with Koya Webb. And all of this is available on the Hay House Unlimited audio app. Now, if you like, you can also buy the on-demand access for $20, and then the challenge is yours forever, and you can access it on your desktop, and you can download it onto your computer. You've got lifetime access, and you can get, you know, into that anytime you like. So that's also available to you. But for now, let's recap what we've done. We've focused on the affirmation, I am love. We have affirmed, I am beautiful and everybody loves me. And we have also just taken a moment to work with the affirmation, I love life and life loves me. And your homework between now and tomorrow is just to let life love you a little bit more today than you did yesterday. Yeah, let life love you. And if you like, be nice and practical in your journal, you can complete this sentence. One way I can let life love me a little bit more today is. One way I can let life love me a little bit more today is. and just complete that sentence and listen to the love inside you. The love will give you the answer that you need. Thanks for joining me. Thank you for being part of this amazing challenge. Tomorrow, day 2, is all about overcoming fear. I look forward to seeing you then. God bless, and always remember, life loves you. Thank you.